Welcome back to Food Porn Studios. It's been a while since my last video, and here we're going to be showing you how to make pot roast, one of the most simple dishes, cheapest pieces of meat, and comes out simply delicious. Just look how moist that is. Let's check out the intro and let me show you how to make it. Now we're going to start our culinary journey, just like every journey, by seasoning what we're cooking. In this case, we're seasoning a piece of chuck with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and paprika. You're going to rub this into it to make sure it sticks, flip it over, and season again. Now you want to season this pretty heavily because this is going to go through a very long process of cooking, and these flavors need to hold up until the end. Now, cooking pot roast actually uses a variety of cooking techniques. We're going to start by searing this to create a nice golden brown color on it, and it also helps build up flavors by sticking to the bottom of the pan. You'll see what we're going to do with this soon. After you've seared this on a really high heat, make sure to remove your smoke detector if yours is really sensitive like mine is, because this causes a lot of smoke. And we're going to add in a combination of diced onions, carrots, and celery. This is a classic trio of vegetables that are used in a lot of different recipes. We're going to saute this on medium heat in the same pan for about 3 to 5 minutes until they start to cook a little bit. And then we're going to sprinkle about 4 to 5 tablespoons of flour on top of this. Now the reason we're putting flour is this is actually going to help to thicken the sauce. Let that cook down for another 2 minutes or so. And now we're going to start by adding a cooking liquid. Now you can use a whole variety of different liquids here. You can use wine, you can use beef stock, you can use chicken stock. Here I'm using vegetable stock, which is basically just water with a bunch of different vegetables cooked in it for about 30 minutes to an hour to kind of absorb some of those flavors and then strain out the vegetables so you have a lightly flavored stock. Now the stock is actually helping to dissolve the stuck-on pieces of beef that were created when we seared it at the beginning here. By dissolving this and combining it with the flour that was cooked down in the vegetables, this is actually going to become a very thick sauce that we're going to be using throughout the cooking process. Now once we've cooked this for a few minutes, it started to thicken up. We're going to move on to the next step. And I have to admit, this is a very unorthodox way of cooking pot roast. Pot roast is normally cooked in a pot, but we're actually going to be creating a makeshift pot by using a couple layers of aluminum foil here and kind of creating a burrito out of it. What we're going to do is lay down some aluminum foil on a surface here. We're going to start by layering some cut up potatoes, drizzle on some of that sauce that we just cooked right now, put the piece of beef on top of that, layer some more of those vegetables and the rest of the sauce, and then you're going to crimp the aluminum foil on top of it to create a nice tight package that won't leak in the oven. You're going to set your oven for around 250 degrees and you're going to cook this for about 5 to 6 hours. Now after about that 5 or 6 hour mark, you want to go ahead and take out the package out of your oven, and what you'll notice is it's going to contain a lot more liquid in that pouch than you started with. Cut a small hole in one of the corners of it and hold it above a heat-proof bowl and drain out as much of that liquid, and this is going to be an amazing sauce you're going to be able to put on top of the pot roast. After you've drained out all the juice and sauce out of that packet, you want to clear off all of the vegetables and potatoes, set those aside because those are going to be a nice side dish for this, and set the roast on a cutting board after it's cooled down a little bit and start carving it up. I like to do slices almost like you would do with roast beef, but you can cut it into whatever size pieces you want. And then to serve it up, go ahead and take that sauce that you drained out of the packet and go ahead and spoon that all over it. It doesn't get much better than this. And there you have it, my version of pot roast. Pot roast cooked in the oven without even a pot. I hope you give it a try, you won't be disappointed. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. I have a lot of great videos coming soon with some easy everyday dishes that you can amaze yourself and your guests with. Thanks for watching.